Hey guys, Weekend Modder here. Wanted to do a quick video so that I can send a link to this with new console purchases and send-in services for people that have some basic questions about when they get started. The first question that we're going to answer here is, how do I exit to stock dashboard? So you can see here, this is a console that's been RGH. It's got my backup disc taped to the top of it and stuff. When I boot this console, it goes directly into this screen, which is Aurora dashboard. Now, what I'm about to show you would work whether you're an Aurora dashboard or Freestyle dashboard, the two options that I set things to boot as. So what you want to do on the console is hit the Center Guide button, and then at the dialog here, what you can see along the bottom is that it says press, like Y indicated for Xbox Home. So if you go ahead and press Y for Xbox Home, when this menu pops up, you want to begin holding down the right bumper on your controller. Continue holding down the right bumper, use the thumbstick to go up to yes, and press A to select. Continue holding the right bumper, and then as you notice, we've now exited to stock dashboard. Without holding down the right bumper there, we would have just simply reloaded whatever our default boot was set up as. But since we held down right bumper, it negated that and exited to stock dash, which we just skipped the sign in, and now we see the stock dashboard here. So also on your pre-modded or your send-in console, if you go here to the Games tab, that's where you'll find Xcx Menu. So all the way over to the right, alphabetically sorted, Xcx Menu. So you can go into that, and then it will prompt you to select a profile. I just hit B and don't select one. Navigation around an Xcx Menu. Left bumper, right bumper will navigate you between the different things. And then when you're on a device like hard drive 1, you can scroll through the devices with left and right on the D-pad. So you can see the different devices available to us. Now if we wanted to exit back to stock dashboard from here, what you might try is pressing, again, the Center Guide button, pressing Y for Xbox Home. And now note, this time I'm not going to hold down right bumper on my controller. I'm just simply going to say yes. And what it's going to do is the default Dashlaunch action, which means it's going to reload Aurora Dash. If I repeat that same process, Center Guide, press Y, now this time I will hold down the right bumper when I say yes. It will exit me to stock dashboard. So there's kind of the different ways to navigate between the applications. One final thing that I will show you here is I'm going to go into the Games menu, relaunch Xcx Menu, and I'm going to use that to launch Dashlaunch because I want to show you a real quick little tutorial on how to save and modify Dashlaunch settings. So from within Xcx Menu, what I'm doing here is pressing right bumper to go to the hard drive, using my D-pad to scroll down to Dashlaunch, pressing A again on the default.xex. Now I've launched into Dashlaunch. What you see here in this first page is the area where you can set different plugins and settings. So under the paths default, this is exactly what it says. This is what will boot up by default, and that's been chosen here. So right now it's set to hard drive Aurora, Aurora.xex. If I go ahead and press A, what I can do is rebrowse to something else. So say I wanted this console to start up into Freestyle Dash. I choose the two dots to go up a level. I can go into the Freestyle folder. I can go down to the default.xex, press A. And now you notice that my default path is no longer Aurora, it's Freestyle. So at this point what I would need to do is press the right bumper to go to the save or load. So whatever changes you make in Dashlaunch, you have to save those changes. So you can see I go down to hard drive here, and then if you press the back button, you can get the little legend there to pop in, and you can see what it says, either load, quit, save, or delete the launch INI. Well, I made a change. I want to save that change, so X is the option that I want. X, save to launch.ini. Now you can see in the lower left it says settings saved to hard drive launch INI. And one more time, just to prove to you that that did in fact make some change, is I'm going to press the Center Guide button on the controller, press Xbox Home, and once again, not holding the right bumper because I don't want to go to stock dash. I want it to do its default action. So I'm just going to say yes, not holding the bumper. It's going to load Freestyle Dash this time because we changed that default boot option. So there's your quick tutorial on some basics of questions that I get asked routinely. Hope this was helpful.